You know, people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude was good.
If a fighter beat Canelo Alvarez and won the biggest fight and biggest payday of his life, most of them would be partying for a year. Then they would buy the yachts and mansions and take a well-earned holiday. Terence Crawford isn't like most boxers, though, but is 38 years old, which is an age when most boxers are thinking about retiring or taking easy money. But Bud is already hunting again, and his new goal is a choice that has shocked everyone in the boxing world. He's not calling out another celebrity to get paid a lot of money. A killer who weighs 160 pounds is being called out. Many people think this person is an even better fighter than Canelo. It all began with a mistake, a claimed slip-up that no one in the boxing world thought was really an accident.
Now, Terence Crawford, if you don't know, at the WBO convention out there at Bogota, Colombia.
I'm here in Bogota, Colombia, celebrating the WBO's 38-year convention.
You know what? Put a pin in that. The WBO convention. Who's the middleweight WBO champion? Janibek. Let me just stop you guys from even thinking about it. Janibek is the unified WBO and IBF champion. Now, Terence Crawford is at the damn convention.
Terence Crawford was in Bogota, Colombia for the 2025 WBO meeting. Just a few weeks after beating Canelo, he filmed the scene and posted it to his Instagram story like any other famous person would. He moved his camera across a big digital screen that showed pictures of the WBO winners as they fought. First, a picture of Crawford himself showed up, praising the fact that he was the undefeated super middleweight champion. The screen then quickly switched to the next winner for a very short time. It was Alim Canuli, the WBO and IBF welterweight champion. Crawford whipped the camera away right away, as if he had just shown something he wasn't supposed to.
Y'all done slipped up, bull jiving, and leaked some shit. Bull jiving. Listen, I was born at night, not last night. For Terence Crawford, for you to film that by accident, just trying to show your face, and then Janibek show you try to turn quick, brother, you blew it. Leak!
The change was so quick that it was almost funny, and the clip was strange. The internet went crazy right away. Fans and people who study boxing all said the same thing. Did Bud just give away his next move by accident? It wasn't an easy mistake because it was too specific, too strange, and too well done. If the leak by accident was the hook, the big event happened just hours later. A new video showed up. This one is clearly meant to be. It shows Crawford with his hand raised and his eyes fixed on the camera. He's stopped making fun of her. He's out shooting. He hears a voice next to him say, "Hey, Janibek, we're here in search of you. Looking for the 6th of December. What are you going to do?" Then Bud leans in close, eyes fixed on the lens, and says the words that proved what everyone already thought.
"We're here, next. Looking for you. Looking for December 6th, how you gonna do it?
I got my eyes on you, Janibek. Good luck."
It was a straight call to the public. We sent the message, and in this day and age of fighting, the target replied right away. Like many people, Janibek didn't say much, and the graphic clip got out. He just posted it on social media with the chilling caption, "No problem." He posted it again, after the straight call-out video came out. This time it was an image and the words "Thank you, bro." The fight was no longer just a rumor. The flame was on.
Listen, Terence Crawford accidentally leaked him versus Janibek. Now, we all know that Janibek has a fight coming up, I think in December against Lara. That's a hard fight. And that is going to be for unification because Lara is the WBA champion. So you got the WBO title, IBF title, and the WBA title all on the damn line. I'm pretty sure Terence Crawford, with this leak, is looking forward to fighting the winner. And I think the WBO is leaning towards Janibek because that's their champion. It all makes sense to me. I think I got Lara winning that fight. But if he doesn't, I get it. Janibek, he's a tough cookie, undefeated, right? The Southpaw. I think they both Southpaws. Well, listen, correct me if I'm wrong. But Terence Crawford in line to fight them. You know he fights once a year, all right? So he's going to let them hash it out in December, and he's going to go ahead and fight 2026. It is leaked. It's leaked.
Who is this guy that the pound-for-pound king is now interested in? People who aren't big fans might not know much about Janibek Alim Canuli. He is not a pay-per-view star. He's not well known like Canelo or Spence. Janibek, also known as Kazakh style, is one of the most avoided guys in boxing, but those who really like the sport.
Boxing Doctor News, hold up, boxing fans. The middleweight division just got spicy. Janibek Alimkhanuly, the IBF and WBO champ, is calling out Terence Crawford. Yeah, you heard that right. Crawford's fresh off his win against Canelo, but Janibek's not impressed. He's ready to rumble if Crawford drops to 160. But here's the tea, experts are saying this might be Crawford's toughest fight yet. Janibek's young, he's hungry, and he hits like a truck. Crawford's got options, but they're all risky.
He's a frightening Kazakh southpaw boxer with an unbeaten record of 17 wins, 0 losses, and 12 brutal knockouts. He is the middleweight champion of both the WBO and the IBF. He doesn't just beat his opponents, he takes them apart. One word is used to describe him on boxing Reddit boards and among experts: banner.
I love me some Crawford, man. Y'all already know what time it is. But hey, I gotta call a spade a damn spade. Janibek ain't nothing to mess with. He cold. Yeah, southpaw, you don't know much about him. That's fine. You ain't gotta know much about him. But I'm here to tell you. Speed, power, size, your IQ, defense, offense. Dude is cold, man. Footwork, angles, shoot, power in both hands. He a killer. That's what he is. He a damn killer, man, you know? So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy. Now, it might not be no marquee name and a name that the whole world will know, but everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness because he's a mega star now. He's the star now, right?
Don't get the wrong idea, Janibek. He's not scared. He's a winner who has never lost and thinks he is in charge. He even said something that was basically telling Crawford to wait in line. I'll beat Adam and Lara and get all 4 belts. He can then prepare for my fight at his own pace. It's not a money grab to call this man out. It's not a low-risk checkup. A lot of people were confused about why Bud would go after an unknown monster that was so dangerous. At this point, the whole plan becomes clear. There's a reason for this fight. It's chess in for D. This is the aha moment when Crawford's real goal becomes incredibly clear. What makes Bud, the 168-pound champion, call out a 160-pounder? The answer is in the date he gave us, December 6th. In a huge crossover fight that night, Janibek Alimkhanuly will go up against Aris Landila, who holds the WBA middleweight title. This is the key. 3 of the 4 main middleweight belts will go to the winner of that fight, the IBF, the WBO, and the WBA.
Terence Bud Crawford is going for 4-time undisputed. That is diabolical. That is unheard. 3-time undisputed is ridiculous, okay, for the men. But 4-time undisputed is just damn unheard of. The closest thing to that, and I'm talking about 4-time undisputed in 4 different weight classes. The closest thing to that would have to be, I would think, Manny Pacquiao being lineal champion in 5 divisions. And lineal and undisputed is kind of the same thing. I mean, as far as undisputed is collected, lineal is the man who beat the man who beat the man. Many times, if you're undisputed, you beat the man, right? So, okay, how about this? Terence Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez, he beat the lineal champion who happens to be undisputed. The difference is when you collect all the titles, right? Like he did at 140. When you're collecting the titles, that's a bit different because now you're not just fighting the lineal champion, but you're fighting the top guys. Terence Bud Crawford doing that is honestly more diabolical than even Manny Pacquiao.
Crawford's plan has been found out. He's going to let Janibek and Lara beat each other up, and then he'll challenge the winner and fight them all at once to win all 3 belts. After that, there will only be one man left, Carlos Adames, who was the WBC winner. Crawford wants to do more than just win another belt. He wants to be the first fighter, man or woman, in the history of 4 belts to be unbeatable in all 4 weight classes. He wants to find past that is pure, can't be changed, and will last forever.
Get 160 to go 168, meaning that this guy I think he beats the winner between Lara and Janibek. And the next champion, the WBC champion, is Carlos Adames. And I think the toughest bout for Bud Crawford would be the winner between Lara and Janibek. He fights Carlos Adames. To me, I think that's an easier, no disrespect to Carlos Adames, but I think that's an easier win for.
While this plan is clever, It's also almost crazy. The boxing experts are already hearing the alarm. This is not a sure thing to win. A lot of experts think this is actually a trick. A famous trainer named Andre Rozier was asked about the possible matchup. Rozier has worked with many world winners. He was clear in his warning. He said that Janibek would not give Crawford an easy fight like Canelo Alvarez did. Take that in.
Do you see any of those guys, maybe particularly Janibek, because he had 3 belts, do you see him as a real threat to Terence Crawford?
Janibek is a tough guy, but he doesn't fight enough. He's not fighting enough. You gotta on those skills. I love how he fights. He's big, he's strong, he's precise. And I think he might be going to 168. So with all of that being said, hey, listen, we got some things on the table that could really pan out to be fantastic fights.
Do you think that Janibek would be Crawford's toughest fight? Like tougher than Canelo, tougher than a few of the other guys?
I believe he honestly could be, and I think that he is big, strong, and poised, and that's going to be a problem.
People are telling the man who shocked the world by beating a great 2 weight classes above him that his next opponent will be even tougher. Rozier said Janibek will be a problem. January is a natural 160-pounder who is at the height of his powers. Anyone can have a terrible time with his sharp, strong southpaw style. This isn't Crawford's victory lap. It might be the riskiest thing he's ever done in his career. A real equal opportunity fight against a monster that everyone else has been avoiding. So why do it? Why take a chance on a fight that doesn't offer any huge pay-per-view money when you have a perfect record, are the pound-for-pound champion, and have a perfect legacy? The answer lies in Crawford's own mind, but has always felt like he was being treated badly at work. He himself said it.
I'm never really going to give my full respect until afterwards. Yes, it's a lot of people that's changing their narrative. Like, man, y'all watching something great right now, and we not appreciating it. And it's sad to say that we waking up at the tail end of his career. We really didn't realize it until now, when he's like doing extraordinary stuff, like going up 2 weight classes to fight the best fighter in that division, the #1 guy that's the face of boxing, and the way that I handled that, people like, oh man, something had to be wrong. Canelo had to be washed, or Canelo just wasn't in it. I see people saying, oh, Turkey paid for Canelo to lose, so I just think, when you that much better than the competition, people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude what?
People say that his competitors were nobody when he wins. The rumors continue even after Canelo was stopped. Canelo got cleaned up.
When you look at it, it's still excuses. Like I said before the fight, every one of my biggest fights, I say, I'm going to be prepared for the excuses. When you so great and you so much ahead of your competition, they look at the fighters that you fight and say they nobodies because how much you beat them by, or the level of skills that you oppose against them. So when I fight this guy, he was a nobody. When I fight this guy, he was washed. When I fight this guy, it's an excuse. So who you want me to fight? I beat this guy, it's an excuse. I beat this guy, he's too young or whatever. So
this next move is the last checkmate for all the people who are criticizing. There is no money in this fight because he left behind such an undeniable impact that no one will ever doubt how great he was again. By going up a class to fight the most fear and avoid fighter at 160, he was able to get better. Are the clear winners of a 4th title. Crawford is making it more likely that the record will never be broken. Now the trap is ready.
As his trainer, do you feel like he should just sell off into the sunset after this monumental
Well,
win?
you know what? They made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Got 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Train camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge if you want to challenge yourself. Yeah, I don't mind.
The whole plan for Terence Crawford has been put out for everyone to see. He wants to leave a heritage that can't be ruined by any reason. He chose to walk into the fire by calling out the Kazakh-style boogeyman and going after one of the most dangerous southpaws in the sport. He set the stage for events to happen. However, does this mean he's about to be caught?
Last question. If Crawford was to go down there, beat Janibek, beat Carlos Adames, become an unprecedented 4th division undisputed champion, where exactly would that put him in history?
Right up there with the very best. Honestly, right up there with the very best.
That's all for today's show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon if you liked it so you don't miss our next movie. Also, don't forget to leave a comment with your ideas. We'll see you in the next show, so stay tuned.